So here we're here with Shaun and Dave from Bobaflex. So how's the day going so far?
It's been long. We've been in the van for most of it.
Rockfest up in Wisconsin with Godsmack, and it was good 400 or 500 miles away. And played, drove. So this is kind of the end of this run to an extent.
It's tiring because you load, unload, and you drive.
What's going on down here, guys?
Here comes the hammer.
What else we got next week?
What's happening, guys? Tell me about that. No,
all right, so talking about the new album just came out. Can you tell us about it? From the writing to the recording to the final product.
Yeah, man. We basically signed with a German label. We actually licensed it. It was the first time we had a real deadline in a long time. So they gave us about 4 months, and we basically had one song and a couple skeletons, and they wanted a full-length album. So we kind of got together in a room and looked at each other and went, "What do you got?" And just started from scratch. So at least 10 of the songs came out of thin air, and we just worked on them. And it seemed like it was going good at first, and then when it got to the vocals and finishing the songs, we weren't really done, but we had to start the recording process. So literally, as my brother was singing one song in the studio, I was finishing lyrics in my car at the studio to another song. So we got down to the wire and got it done, and it's a 13-track album of 13 actual songs. Well, I guess there's one intro.
Right.
But it's a full-length, old-school album. You don't see that very often. Most people use maybe 8 to 11 songs. So yeah, it worked out, man. It was a little stressful because we toured the whole time. We paid for the album ourselves. So we would tour, write, record. So it was just back and forth. It was pretty intense. It was a labor of love. I was glad it was over. Now it's time to do the fun part of this tour.
So Dave, this was your first album with Bobaflex.
Yeah.
So how was the experience for you?
I was I was scared at first because this is my first album, so that was weird. But luckily we all vibed. I thought it was a good vibe, so it was easy actually. After a while, still stressful, but we're all friends, so it was kind of like, it was cool, and everybody took good ideas, and sometimes an idea wouldn't work, and it didn't hurt anybody's feelings. Screw feelings.
Didn't mind sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes, every once in a while, one of us would stomp out, go get some Burger King. It was fun, man. It was awesome.
So how would you guys compare this album to all the previous ones, especially Charlton's Web, which was a very strong album? So how does it compare to those?
Oh, this one was worried about radio. I mean, we got songs and singles on the record that we consider were going to work at radio and are 3 minutes long. We also have songs that are 5 minutes. And we went out on a limb here and there on riffs. We have one that's almost like an aggressive metal country riff. So I think this one's probably more of an eclectic album than the last couple. We had actual, the 2 new members were more key in this record. It was more 5 guys on the record instead of 1 or 2 on acoustic guitar or the drummer and 1 guitar player, which the last albums were. And this was all 5 of us in a room pretty much working together all the time. So it was a real Musketeers feeling on this record as opposed to the last ones.
Okay. Personal favorites from it?
I like them all. I'm having a more hard time finding a least favorite, but I would say I love Start a War and Lose Control. Turn Me On's a cool song. You Don't Want to Know, Forgiven.
Oh yeah.
That's 5 of them. It's hard for me to pick. Really.
I don't really have a favorite. I listen to the whole record, on repeat. Probably Forgiven or Pray to the Devil.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
4 or 5 minute long tracks. And I hope they get their just due. It seems like in the digital age, when people download a record, if it's a song at the end of the record, you hear less about it until like 2 years later. So I'm hoping people check those out. They're kind of more long, intense, worked really hard on the structures on those. And Forgiven just breaks down into a Pink Floyd midsection, and it's a hard driving rocks, and all of a sudden we just go Pink Floyd, psychedelic, wild. We just wanted to. Charlotte's is solid, but we were more like, regimented, and it's going to be this long, and it's going to be. We didn't want anything too crazy, other than a couple songs on Charlotte's. This one we're more open-minded for sure.
Okay. And as a band that each successive album, the reviews are always, this album's better than the last. Most bands kind of get stagnant after the first couple albums. How do you guys feel like you keep it going forward?
Yeah, this album inspired me. I was so happy with it. I'm already thinking can't wait to write the next one.
I mean, yeah, me
better
too.
start, thinking of riffs now. Because this one, the going into it, all of a sudden writing a record on the spot and recording it while you're touring was pretty stressful. So this time we're going to try.
You had like bits and pieces. I mean, we had fragments. I mean, like just small percentages of just like maybe one little vocal melody, and then we would just take that and we'd build onto it. Like Shaun would have. He had Objectified, and I laughed my ass off when he told me about it because it was just the most ridiculous idea. But that's why we went with it, because you have to go with those awesome, weird, unique. I mean, we don't sound like any other bands. I think that's our writing sound. Everybody's singing. It's not
maybe Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Hear that a lot. No, we never hear that.
But when we're singing, there's more than one vocalist actually on the CD. Usually, you'll hear like the lead singer just doing the harmonies. But I think that's what gives us a more unique sound with different types of vocals and shit.
Yeah.
And I remember when it was officially announced on Facebook you were the new guitarist,
Yeah.
that you were told to grow your hair.
Yeah.
So is this now Bobaflex worthy?
He's
getting
lengthy
there?
now.
We're
We're still working on Tommy.
yeah.
And you and your brother have always been in the band together. How's that work out for you guys? And is there any of that, like the sibling fighting that you hear about with artists all the time? Or
I mean, to be honest, I'm the older brother. I don't know if you guys knew that or not, but it's kind of like he's always kind of been that little dog who follows the big dog, trying to impress me and listen to what I say, and he's always looked up to me. And so, he says, "Hey, Shaun, what are you doing next, buddy? Calm down, little man."
It's weird.
Now I'm kidding. Now we get little arguments. Less so than the former years. Things go pretty well now, and we're pretty smooth on stuff. I mean, we just kind of push each other to go different directions, and not really. I mean, we argue, but not. We disagree. We don't really argue that much. I mean, we've been doing it for years.
I've been in the band for 2 years. I've only seen him. I don't know. You guys never really argue. I've never seen you go,
really.
"Fuck you, brother." Like that never happened. Well, yeah, I've seen that happen once, but that's different. It's different, Shaun.
Yeah, it's
not even you.
With the historic lineage you have attached to your name, has that inspired any of the Bobaflex songs over the
not
years?
one.
Yeah.
Not one. We should milk it. Call the next album "The View to Fuse." And have us put on. Yeah, we should milk it. See if A&E wants a documentary on the. We're doing a whole concept album about the Fuse. That's a good idea, actually.
That'd be cool.
We should have milked it a long time ago. We'd be rich by now.
I know shit.
And you guys have a sound that's really kind of hard to define. I mean, to categorize one place or another. But you have something that appeals to virtually everybody. So, what would you define your sound as?
Me personally, just a nasty rock band with a lot of melody. That's really, in interviews I try to say it's like a nasty, aggressive rock record with, I say it's got 70s and 80s influence and classic metal influence. I always say that in every interview. You hear those 3 decades throughout the record, but that's really it. There's not, I guess, once again, we should have made up a word for our music.
Yeah.
People would have caught on, but we didn't. But the Feud idea, concept album about the Feud, that's a good, we should have done that a long time ago.
Make sure I get credit for it.
Yeah. It's royalties on that one.
In your past experiences with the different labels you've been on, what things did you learn from that you were able to take it into BFX?
Don't trust labels. First manager said the label's not your friend. No, we didn't learn anything from them. It was kind of, we learned things about radio and how to work a single as we went and through management. They pretty much on the label, they kept you in the dark. I mean, we knew how a campaign went, but it was really murky, and they didn't quite give quite answers. Like, why do you need so much money for a radio campaign? Why do you need this? Why do you need that? And they kept us in the dark. I guess a little bit of promotional items, but we were pretty new, and I know this. We learned a thing. We try not to sign a contract with anyone for any reason. We try to do a handshake. We went through a lot of legal trouble, so we try to avoid signing things that'll keep you, under lock and key for years. That's about it. As far as the radio game and promoting the record and all that stuff, we kind of learned in the fall of the label, really, on our own.
Okay. Do you feel like having your own label gives you more creative freedom?
Yeah. We know, we pick the single, we know when to stop working it, how many songs are going to be on it. We had managers for years ago, you only want to do 10 or 11 songs. Hell of a heart had, like 17. Like, that sucks. What if I die tomorrow or next week? I want to die and have the record I wanted to make or we wanted to make, and so yeah. Oh yeah, we make all the decisions. That's the cool thing. I mean, one of the reasons I got into music is because I didn't want to have a boss telling me what to do. And now, doing our own label, we're the boss, we tell our manager what to do. No one tells me what to do except for maybe a judge or a cop. So that's the cool part. I'm forever like a 14-year-old rebel.
And so other than extensive touring, do you guys have any other big plans for the rest of the year?
We just got some big festivals coming up next month, and we're going to Europe in March, February. We're trying to get to Europe for the festivals. Like I said, we licensed the new record to a German label, so we still own it. But it's out now in the Netherlands, Italy, Austria, Germany, and the UK. And we just got tentative routing for next year, and it's going everywhere over there, man. Amsterdam, the works. So that'll be the first time we hit Europe. So we already talked about, trying to outsource the band completely and never come back to America. Just go there and stay. Joking, but it'd be nice to expand everything. Our manager's also talking to a Japanese label and some South American labels. And in that instance, I wouldn't sign to an American label ever again, just due to the climate and the deals they're offering. But, it's a different thing over in Europe and a Japanese label game. I don't know anything about the area. We totally signed our rights away there. And that would be living the dream, is expand the music and the touring to the world. So that's what we're working on. We're going to parts of
the world.
The world.
It's gonna be cool.
So, one last thing, is there anything you want viewers to know about what's coming up with you guys?
Yeah, go to iTunes and buy anything that moves.
I think we're on Google Play. We're on
iTunes,
iTunes,
Amazon. Basically every downloading site there is, and you can also order physical copies through our merch company, Richards and Southern, and Amazon will also do the weird printing CDs. So it's and all the money. Don't wait. You can come to the show about the CD, but all the money goes to us, BFX Records. So don't think you're shortchanging us. iTunes, a small percentage goes to iTunes, but all the money comes to us, so it's all good, whichever way you want to buy it.
and hopefully soon we'll have a record, like a platinum.
Oh yeah, we'll have vinyl available.
Vinyl available. And, what else? Check out the music video for "Mama Don't Take My Drugs Away."
Yep.
He's doing drugs in the video. It's cool.
Mama, don't take my drugs away. Freaking out. I'm in a nightmare. Do you love me? Do you really care? Just give me my share, or I'll tear this world apart. All I need is a little bit, just one more time, just another hit.